Hello, my name is Nick Bazinski, and I'm here to talk about a fracking fallout. So what are some major problems with fracking, and maybe what is the solution? So let's start with what are the major problems with fracking. First two we're going to talk about are water contamination and water disposal. These both are intertwined with each other. As we're sending billions of gallons into the earth to create these microfractures that we're doing with fracking, we're adding chemicals and additives to that water and causing some pretty dangerous stuff to our environment if we do not dispose of this wastewater correctly. Another problem with it is fracking-induced earthquakes. While we're sending all this water into the ground, creating these microfractures, we're actually creating induced earthquakes from this process. Small on an earthquake scale with a 5.2 on the Richter scale, but large enough to cause some problems with the environment. So obviously, with any sort of fuel processing system, you're going to have air pollutants, so nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, smog, affecting our ozone and causing problems with our health, such as cancer, death, sickness, all that. So what are some possible solutions to this fracking fallout, and what are solutions that are being implemented now? The first one we're going to talk about is surface ponds. Surface ponds are the most common we see. About 50% of our wastewater is stored in surface ponds when we're doing fracking. And what it is quite literally what it sounds like. They are ponds of wastewater sitting on the surface of our earth, either waiting for a proper disposal or just for it to evaporate into our atmosphere, which isn't necessarily a good thing. And they're pretty costly as well, since we're covering such large amounts of land. Next one is deep well injection, and that's just setting it back into the ground, and that about 144,000 oil sites use these things, but they also are very costly, and it's a more permanent solution. But over a lifetime of 20 years of a hydraulic fracking site, it costs around $160 million to run one of these things. So it's not necessarily the most cost-effective solution, although it is a more permanent one than our surface ponds. So next one is going to be one we're going to dive into a bit more, and it's more environmentally, and it's called forward osmosis. And a small startup called Oasis Water is bringing this into the industry. We're going to go into what exactly is forward osmosis. So forward osmosis is a process right here where we're purifying water up to 5 times the salinity of water, so some concentrated stuff. We're bringing our wastewater down through here, and we throw it through a super thin membrane that takes about 99% of our concentrates, our wastewater, and cleans it. We have a draw solution running continuously through this system that draws the wastewater across the membrane to clean it, brings us into a recovery system where we use low-grade heat or possibly a second membrane to finish off our cleaning process, and after that we have our clean water. We bring that excess draw solution, we bring back in, so we aren't creating any more wastewater. So that's a basic gist of what forward osmosis is. So where can we implement this? We can implement it in power generation, when we're collecting electricity from steam, from that concentrate that's left behind. We can go ahead and clean that pretty quickly. Oil and gas extraction, fracking. All that wastewater, perfect opportunity to clean it up with this forward osmosis device. And next is our petrochemical. So the actual wastewater that we're doing to create the petroleum and gases that we're using in our cars, that wastewater can also be cleaned by this forward osmosis device. So a lot of opportunity to implement this to help clean our water. So in summary, while fracking is a large problem in the United States, and it's not just wastewater, wastewater is the most significant problem, because right now we are experiencing high water demand. We're getting droughts throughout the West and whatnot, and as population grows, our demand for water is only going to exponentially increase as well. So it's clearly a major problem, and this forward osmosis device might just be the solution that we're looking for in a clean water solution. So Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it.